Shifting our attention now to two big political developments from Maharashtra that have sparked fresh speculation over possible realignments within the NCP. Now, the NCP Sharad Pawar leaders Jayant, Patil and Jitendra Awhad held a meeting with the Deputy Chief Minister Eknath Shinde. Sources have told Times Now that Parth Pawar, the son of late Ajit Pawar, also met Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis. Now, this meeting comes amid reports of internal discussions within the NCP factions and a lot of buzz over a possible shift in the political equations in the state. My colleague Arunil Saradekar joins us on the broadcast with the details. And Arunil, two different meetings. What does it indicate? What kind of political changes can be expected? Because we've seen in other states as well a lot of big changes. In Maharashtra, what do these two separate meetings indicate?
Well, Pratibha, Sharad Pawar as a leader has always been known for his mercurial politics. Now, these two meetings again are very significant. One is his close aides, Jayant Patil as well as Jitendra Awhad, meeting Deputy CM of Maharashtra Eknath Shinde, who is from the rival NDA camp. Recently, Sharad Pawar himself had also met Eknath Shinde, and against that, Sanjay Raut had openly spoken against Sharad Pawar that time. Later on, we also saw Jayant Patil going and meeting CM Devendra Fadnavis, and P. Chidambaram then made a statement. He basically said that it seems like the BJP is trying to convince two parties, that is Sharad Pawar as well as DMK, to support them on the delimitation bill. Immediately, Supriya Sule had to take a press conference in which she said that a conditional support they want to give to the delimitation bill, provided the 50% capping across all the states is been adhered to. When Supriya Sule was asked about whether Congress is also on the same page, she said that Congress, you'll have to ask that question to the Congress party. So all these developments that are happening in Maharashtra, the talks of NCP merger, the talks of senior leaders from NCP, Ajit Pawar faction not being happy with the leadership of Parth Pawar calling all the shots in NCP Ajit Pawar faction. It seems like Devendra Fadnavis, CM Devendra Fadnavis is also playing a mediator role with both the factions of the NCP. How Sharad Pawar will play his cards again will be an interesting thing to look into, because Supriya Sule accepted that if their conditions are being met with, Uddhav Thackeray's party is also on the same page with Sharad Pawar, then they'll speak to the other opposition alliance partners of the India bloc as well. So does that put the Congress party on a tough wicket whenever the delimitation bill will be tabled? That is the big point of question that arises.
Okay. All right. Arunil, stay with us. You spoke about the delimitation bill. Of course, the countdown to the monsoon session has also begun. And for the Congress party as well, it's going to be a make or break session, because what transpires in the next few days could actually determine the Congress party standing in the opposition bloc. Because on Thursday, the party held a strategy huddle to prepare for the upcoming session. It promised to become the voice of the people's anger on paper leaks, on inflation, the Ram Mandir donation theft as well, and on the biggest issue that will dominate the parliament's agenda, the delimitation bill. So let's break down these details for you and get you the numbers as they stand. Now, while the Congress party has said that there will be no change in their stance, it doesn't look like the other parties actually agree with the Congress party. There seems to be a bit of a change there. And how is that going to affect the numbers? Let's get you the details. The current Lok Sabha strength is 540 and the current two-third majority is 360. Now let's take a look at a situation where some of the parties decide to abstain from voting. What happens if the Samajwadi Party decides that it's not going to be a part of the voting? It's not supporting, it's not voting against, it's just abstaining from vote. What does that mean? That 37 votes will be removed from that. So that would bring the new two-third majority to 336, because two-third majority in the House is required to bring in this bill. Now here is where the NDA stands, and look at the numbers. 336 becomes the new mark, and the numbers are very comfortably on the NDA side. They will be at 338 because the NDA with its own allies has 298 in the parliament. Apart from that, now recently, you know, after the split in the TMC, there are 20 of the MPs who have extended their support to the NDA. So this would mean that the TMC rebels would come in as well. Here is where it gets interesting when we speak about Maharashtra, because the Samajwadi Party is abstaining, yes, but the NCP Sharad Pawar faction with its 8 seats could also be voting in favor if they decide that they're going to extend an issue-based support. And then with the YSRCP and the other parties coming in, the NDA can cross the threshold of 2/3 in this reduced house, up by 2 seats. So, Arunil, what is the scenario going to be? We just put out the numbers as well, and these numbers are going to be very important in the parliament starting this Monday in Maharashtra. And that Maharashtra question becomes very interesting because as of now, there's no clarity yet on what is it going to be. And their numbers in the delimitation bill become very, very important. So what's it going to be?
Well, the big question, Pratibha, here is the Congress party facing an uphill task to keep its flock together, basically the other opposition alliance partners together? Because what Supriya Sule also said is extremely interesting. She said that if our conditions are met, we will support the delimitation bill. We will discuss that in the India bloc. She also mentioned about it that Uddhav Thackeray's party, which has 3 MPs now, we're left with 3 MPs, they are also on the same page with us. Sanjay Raut has accepted that factor. Congress is saying a strict no to the delimitation bill. But there are other opposition parties which are giving out a conditional support. Supriya Sule also mentioned about the aspect that she will try to, Sharad Pawar will try to convince the DMK as well. So amidst all this scenario, is it again, basically, is it going in the favor of the NDA or the BJP? Because Eknath Shinde also made a very valid point, saying that it seems like there is a confusion in the ranks of the opposition alliance, that is the India bloc, because Congress is saying
it's not just about the delimitation bill, isn't it, Arunil? Because clearly this is also going to be about the India bloc. What next? We'll have to leave it at that. Arunil, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast with all those details and getting us a breakdown of the numbers as well. It's time for us to slip into a short break. We'll be right back.